Question: how can you make the greatest contribution to business and society? I'm Richard Winfield, the founder of Brevi Group, and I'd like to introduce you to some initiatives I'm taking to help companies improve board performance. First, let me tell you why. Company boards and directors provide the leadership and accountability that determines the success of the company or organisation. But there is more. As a member of a board, your contribution impacts not only on the commercial success of your organisation, but on the livelihoods of all the stakeholders involved: your employees, customers, suppliers, the community, and at some level the global economy too. Directors and boards have the maximum leverage for change. You provide the leadership and role models for the rest of the organisation. And what happens at work impacts on what happens at home. For many years, my company has helped individuals and teams in organisations to discover and achieve their potential so that they can become more effective with less stress. Nowadays, I focus on directors and boards because that's where the leverage is. I have a vision of a world in which all boards of directors provide effective strategic, moral and ethical leadership. I believe that with the right leadership, each and every individual and organisation has the potential to achieve more. As individuals and organisations are aligned and discover their potential, corporate performance improves. As individuals are aligned and discover their potential, they impact positively on the wider society. That's why I'm launching the campaign to improve board performance. Because if we each improve what we can, then collectively the effect can be massive. Now, let me tell you what I'm doing to improve board performance. For many years, I've been helping directors and boards become more effective by clarifying goals, improving communication, and applying good corporate governance. Now I'm taking it a stage further. I work with boards because of the leverage of their time. So I ask myself, how can I leverage my time? This is my plan. I'm converting my knowledge and experience into products that anyone can use anywhere at any time. During my more than 30 years career, I've accumulated more than 600 training files on my hard drive. And with each client commission, I develop and refine them further. So the next stage is to turn them into freestanding products in their own right. And I'd like your advice on the format, structure and content that will be most effective in helping your board perform better. So let me review what I'm now doing for directors. Stage 1, 2015, the New Directors Handbook. It does what it says on the tin. Based on successful training courses for directors from different companies, I put together this 170-page practical handbook covering directors' roles and responsibilities, board processes, corporate governance and strategy to support you in achieving the enhanced levels of performance and compliance that are expected of you as a director of a limited company. Checklists for directors and boards. I know the value of checklists, so I created this very well-received volume as a quick reference summary and a complement to the New Directors Handbook. Stage 2, 2016, the New Directors Induction Pack and CPD for Directors Programme. You and I know that all directors should receive induction on joining the board and regularly update and refresh their skills and knowledge. The New Directors Induction Pack provides a ready-made foundation for launching a director into his or her new career, explaining who does what with an induction checklist and including a personal CPD planning journal, 3 essential guides and interviews on lifelong learning. Then each month you receive a study pack containing a newsletter, an A5 CPD guide and audio interviews with leading practitioners and thought leaders. All content is designed in chunks of no more than 20 minutes so that it can be consumed while taking a coffee break or listening in the car or on the train. And with audio, visual and print elements, it appeals to all learning styles. Stage 3, early 2017. The Essential Directorship Masterclass. This multimedia self-study program features a comprehensive full-colour workbook and more than 30 videos. These can be viewed as a concentrated course a la Netflix, taken one at a time over a period, or used as a revision reference resource when particular challenges arise. So, how does this affect you now? If your company takes director development and board performance seriously, you will already have in place a formal new director induction process, a continuing professional development process and resources, access to technical and legal advice for directors, annual board performance evaluation and director appraisals. I wonder where you find services and resources to support you in this. After all, training courses take up large chunks of time and can disrupt day-to-day business commitments. In fact, the greatest hurdle my clients mention is the challenge of finding a date when all the team can be available together. Many boards have directors spread around the country or overseas, and public courses can be expensive, and there's little crossover with your fellow directors sharing the same experiences, learning the same models and using the same business language. And courses are not enough. Knowledge recall deteriorates unless repeatedly revisited. Regulations change, and the business and economic environments evolve. Professionals already have CPD responsibilities, so how can directorship development be incorporated into what you already do? This is a lesson I learned. Many years ago, when I was a young transportation planner, I seemed to receive almost on a daily basis another technical or industry magazine that I needed to read in order to keep up to date. Coffee time, I would open the latest and read for 20 minutes. Then I would note what articles I wanted to return to and put it into my in-tray, but I never returned to it. The lesson: there's always an opportunity to learn if it can be done in a 20-minute chunk, at coffee time or travelling to or from work, even on trains and planes. It's relatively easy to commit to attending a networking or professional association event with an interesting speaker, but if you have to set aside formal study time, you're unlikely to get round to it. So, what's the solution? If, like me, you recognise the benefits of information and training delivered in chunks of 20 minutes or less, and which with audio, visual and print elements appeals to all learning styles, if you're looking for a solution that ensures you and your fellow directors are aware of current issues and further develop your knowledge and skills, thus improving board performance, and if you recognise the need to incorporate directorship development into the CPD programme required by your professional institute, then look out for further communication from me. I'll send you links to sample resources and taster sessions of my contribution to the campaign to improve board performance. Now, I said I'd like your advice, so how can you help me? I have taken an initiative based upon my experience of working with directors and boards, and I'd really appreciate it if you would give me feedback on the format, structure and content of the samples I'll be sending you. In the meantime, let's both look out for better ways to improve board performance and then spread the word. Until my next contact, best wishes from Richard Winfield, the independent authority on director development and creator of the campaign to improve board performance. And remember, look out for sample resources and taster sessions. I'd really welcome your feedback and suggestions.